It's Thomas Mulready from CoolCleveland.com, and we are at 5401 Hamilton in the St. Clair Superior neighborhood. We're here with Emily Applebaum from Ingenuity Program Director. What are we doing in this cool, awesome space, Emily?
This is our new home, Thomas. We've moved to the St. Clair Superior neighborhood. We're going to be here this year for the Ingenuity Fest and hopefully for some time thereafter.
Yeah. So this is kind of a new permanent home for you guys. It's been moved around so many years since we started way back when. But now you've got some real partners, right? You've got the F show going here this weekend, and that's kind of symbolic of the kind of partners that you're working with now on a permanent basis.
You hit it on the head. Here's the thing. When we first started, we were a movable feast, right? And we would go to all of these different underutilized spaces around town. We're here doing a pilot community for what we hope will grow into a permanent creative collaborative. And so right here, we're in the middle of the F show, and we're surrounded by the type of tenants that we hope to bring in to turn this space into a permanent community.
So this is a huge Osborne. It's a big manufacturing space. It's got facilities that you're just not going to find in any other city anywhere. It's so unique to Cleveland. So you've got artists coming in for Ingenuity Fest. They each have like their own little nook and cranny, and you're hoping that they exhibit during Ingenuity and then maybe expand into some of the rest of the space.
You got it. So we're doing something called Ingenuity Labs, and that was a chance to give 6 small entrepreneurs the chance to test out being in our building, make use of our shared resources, of our space, of our tools, of our equipment, and hopefully grow to the point where they're actually permanent tenants in this space.
The theme is awakenings, right? So you're awakening in a new space, but it means more than that.
Absolutely. We think it kind of hits on 3 levels, right? So Ingenuity as an organization is going through an awakening with this new mission, this new vision. The neighborhood, St. Clair Superior, is absolutely going through an awakening. But really, we feel it applies to our region as a whole, the way makers and entrepreneurs are starting to connect and come up out of the woodwork. It's a huge rebirth.
Thank you for taking a few moments here and introducing us to some of the cool people making some cool stuff here. We cannot wait to see what you got planned for us for Ingenuity.
Well, we're so excited. This year we'll have 3 main stages, regional and local and national headliners. We will have some crowd favorites like the Tesla Orchestra coming back with a couple of collaborations, but the biggest thing we want to show off is our Ingenuity Labs tenants, the pilot members who are making this vision come to life. Skidmark Garage, Soulcraft Woodshop, so really the whole mix, art, music, dance, technology, everything people have come to expect.
We love to make things in this region. It's what we do best. We always have, and Ingenuity is leading the way. Thanks for taking a couple moments and talking with us.
Absolutely. We're so happy to have you here.
It's Thomas Mulready from CoolCleveland.com. Have a great Ingenuity Fest weekend in Cool Cleveland.
as of emerald and gold. And as my father built up treasure, sweat and stone, there my love waits in the window. Softly now she sighs. In her arms a little baby. Hush now, don't you cry.
We're in downtown Cleveland, 53rd and St. Clair, checking out Ingenuity Fest 2016. Let's get creative.
Oh, God.
years ago, our founders, Thomas Mulready and James Levin, started the festival as an idea of shining light onto underutilized urban spaces. Since then, we've carried on by looking at different places all around Cleveland and unexpected places where people otherwise wouldn't get the chance to go. For this year, what we thought about was the fact that downtown Cleveland really has experienced a rebirth and a reemergence. So we started looking for a new home, and it turned out that St. Clair Superior was just the spot. One of the things we like the most about this neighborhood is it allows us to kind of speak to our core mission, which has to do with the intersection of art and technology, but also manufacturing and industry. So we love all of the businesses in St. Clair Superior, Cleveland Color Imaging and SU Blueprints being one of them. They've helped us out on a lot of projects for this year, and there's so many great small and large and medium-sized businesses, so we still really have a thriving manufacturing sector here. And combine that with arts and creative people, and this is what you get. We're actually hoping to stay in this building and create a permanent artist collaborative here. So we have a project called Ingenuity Labs going on, and there are 6 small tenants who are being incubated here. Some of them are emerging businesses, some of them already have a business model, but they're looking to try something new, and they needed a really raw, flexible space to do that in. We thought about the idea that a festival, a 3-day fest, is really like the chance to experiment with what we wish would be in the city all year long. So could we make that festival, expand it, and have 365 days a year? That's what we're doing with Ingenuity Labs, and then we've got some great partners moving into the space as standalone businesses as well. It's like a creative mart, Cleveland Creative Collaborative. The festival has allowed us to pilot that as a long-term model to bring this building back to life. All of these businesses are sort of economically interlinked. So all of these guys, if you've got a graphic designer or an architect, but they need the woodwork done or the metalwork that's coming out of the motorcycle shop, the idea is by forming a really strong community of artists and collaborators, it almost becomes like one-stop shopping. If you're in Cleveland and you're like, well, geez, where can I find a weird person to build me this crazy thing? They know to kind of come here. And if you are a weird person wanting to build a crazy thing and you're wondering where to do it, again, you'll find a supportive community.
Tommy the Hammer here, hanging out with my good buddy Adam McDouglies.
How's it going?
And we're in Cleveland. We're about to be checking out the 2016 Ingenuity Fest. And word on the street is the past few years have been kind of wank. But we'll be the judge of that this year. So stick around for our review. So what do you think so far, Douglies?
It's impressive, different, which is what you'd expect from Ingenuity Fest. I mean, they take out different pieces of unused real estate and, little obscure parts of town, and, this is pretty obscure. It's actually kind of a scene where, Batman would, beat up a mugger and all that, but it works. So.
It does look like a DC comic.
That it does.
stick around.
It's like fun. Cheers to you, the viewer. I must say that, yeah, I mean, like this year, you know, it's Tom made a good point earlier about this is where like art meets, you know, consumerism and all that, which is cool. And then of course, you know, with these swings, they've got the interactive aspect of it, which is cool. So it's like you're connected to it, you're a part of it, you know. I mean, it's a vicarious experience. So I mean, I like what they're doing this year. They're doing something new, which is cool. I mean, a couple years, you know, they was kind of like they were kind of doing the same thing, same sites. But I like the fact that they picked this year. I totally see what they were going for. So I'm very appreciative.
Let's get on. It's a race between me and her who can get on first.
Who's going?
about Ingenuity Fest sucking over the years, and you know what? I gotta say, maybe it has over the past 2 years. But to be perfectly fucking honest, 2016, I'm having a blast. I mean, neon lights, art, great music, drinks. I'm sold. So if anyone's bitching about anything outside of those parameters, it ain't here for this year. Y'all be missing out. I give it my top rating. Out of 10, I'm giving it a 9 today.